So I'm in the process of catching up on a lot of 2026 movies at the moment, as well as catching up on the Scary Movie franchise. I've only ever seen the first film, and I want to make sure that I see every single film before I see the new one. But one film that I decided to catch up on from this year was a little movie called Mercy that came out in January, and it stars Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. And in the near future, a detective stands on trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI he once championed before it determines his fate. Now, I was both very excited to watch Mercy and also not looking forward to it whatsoever because the reviews for this film have been so all over the place. They have either been really, really negative, and some people have just been saying, it's good, it's just okay, it's nothing to write home about. But the thing is, I was really intrigued by this movie because I thought the concept was really, really interesting. A man's life is in the hands of an AI judge that he once championed. That has so much potential. You can make a brilliant commentary about AI and how it's untrustworthy sometimes. But unfortunately, Mercy is not that. It is a very generic screen-to-life movie that in some ways champions AI, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I will give the movie this. It wasn't boring. I thought this movie was hilarious from start to finish. And the reason why I found it so funny is because the logic of this movie makes no sense. And usually I'd get mad about that. But this movie was so far up its own arse that you just can't help but laugh at it. I really love the way that they show that this AI is very advanced because the AI hacks into phones like in an instant. In the blink of an eye, she's in phones, she's into cameras, she's even hacking into bird cameras for some reason, as if that's going to help anything. I mean, maybe it could, I don't know, but still, it's very, very dumb. How does she know how to hack into a bird camera, for God's sake? She can hack into vehicles, especially these drone bikes, as I like to call them, and just fling people around. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. And I get that they're trying to make it seem very advanced and it can do anything. Anything's possible with this. But there's a limit. And the limit was just jumped over so much that I just had to laugh at it. I also love the mystery that unravels throughout this movie. I'm not going to spoil who the killer is just in case you do want to watch this movie, but what I will spoil is the motivation of this killer. So the killer's motivation is, it's a plan 2 years in the making. For some reason, his whole plan hinges on a certain day happening 2 years from now, and Chris Pratt coming to his house plastered at a certain time, having a fight with his wife at a certain time, and throwing a plate at the wall, making it smash to make it seem like he's really angry. So this guy, he really planned this whole thing out. He has to break into this house on this certain day where they're having a barbecue 2 years from now, as if they plan a barbecue 2 years from now. And then a couple of days later, he has to hope that Chris Pratt comes home drunk and has a fight. So his whole plan is based off, oh, let's hope and pray that it happens. And his whole motivation for this is that his brother was the first person to come before the AI, and he failed. He was found guilty and he was killed on the spot. So he wants revenge on the AI and Chris Pratt because he champions the AI. And he does this by making explosives and driving this lorry to the AI judge side and hoping to blow it up and maybe kill a few thousand people in the process as well. And this is where the film just completely lost me, and I was choking on my spit from laughing because this movie, for the first 2/3 of it, plays out like a slow burn mystery, like intricately, putting the pieces in there, trying to set up this mystery. Who's it going to be? And then the last act is just guns are blazing, car crashes, explosions, everything out the wazoo. It just came out of nowhere and I absolutely loved it. And what didn't help these moments was the terrible CGI. I feel really, really bad for the CGI artists. They are so overworked nowadays. But the CGI in this movie was so bad, especially with the cars, because whenever a car gets hit, it just goes like it just slides across the road, like no like crashing on the floor or anything, doesn't topple over. And then there's really, really bad explosions as well. The only thing that looked good were the screens in the AI judge room because they're meant to look digital. But the biggest issue with this movie is that towards the end, it champions AI and AI judges. This movie should have been a dystopian film because there is no way you can make this concept seem right and like, yeah, come on, let's have this in the future. This will do well. Well, this movie champions it because Chris Pratt at the end goes, oh yeah, we all make mistakes. Yeah, the AI, I know AI isn't perfect, but it makes mistakes. It's like humans. Do me a favour and shut up. In no way, shape, or form should this ever happen in the future. I don't think it'll ever happen, but if it does, God almighty, God, I pray for anyone who sits in that chair. Really, it seemed like the creators of this movie had no idea what they wanted this to be. Do you want to be a screen life movie? Do you want to be a slow burn mystery thriller? Do you want to be a straight up action movie? Do you want to be a critique on AI? No, you can't really decide on a subject? Okay, let's just throw everything in there and see what sticks. And I've got to say, the script in this movie was terrible. The dialogue really affected the actors. It may be the dialogue, or it may be the fact that some of the actors in this movie were just not right for their certain roles. Especially this man, Chris Pratt. He was not the right man for this role. He tries to do dramatic acting, and I know he can do dramatic acting. He has proved that in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. But he was not the right actor for this movie. His acting was so flat in this movie. It's like he didn't want to be here. The only actor that was okay in this movie was Rebecca Ferguson as the AI. But even then, her acting was so flat because, oh, she's playing an AI. It can't show any emotion. That's the direction that the director gave her. You're playing an AI. Don't show any emotion. You can't do that. But overall, she was okay in this movie. So overall, Mercy is the epitome of wasted potential. They had a great concept here, but they never utilize it really well, and they make this pro-AI movie that's a mystery thriller, a screen life movie, an action movie, all of these things wrapped up together to make this really incoherent mess. However, it was very fun bad at times, especially towards the end, with all the guns and explosions coming out of nowhere. It is a fun time in parts, but as a whole, it's just nothing too special. And I can't really suggest you watch the entire movie. If you want to watch any of it, just watch the final 30 minutes because they are a blast. So I'm going to give Mercy a 2.5 out of 10. And there we go, people. That is the end of the review. If you have seen Mercy, do let me know your thoughts on it. Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Have a good day, and see you later.